Excellent, thank you. Good morning. Woo! Best day ever, yes? Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I'm knowing all of the fathers are measuring up, so all is well. So thank you so much for being here. I am Valerie Reeves, Spiritual Director here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, where we are transforming lives, building dreams, and revealing love, where all we ask is that you stay completely open to changing your life by changing your mind. Welcome home. It is our Father's Day big sale today auction. Yay, that is like one of my favorites. Those of you joining us at home, a very special welcome to you. We love to see you live and in person, and glad you're joining us any way that you can. So let's do our community song as we just stand up and get our energy up in this room and sing along.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Let's celebrate.
Well, there's a party going on right here. A celebration that lasts throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright, baby. Yahoo!
It's a celebration.
Yahoo!
It's a celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on. Celebrate good times, come on.
Who's up?
Good morning, all of our beautiful members and friends and family and everybody who chose to show up today, or if you're online, thank you for joining us so very much. My name is Emily Caruth. Here at the High Desert of Spiritual Center for Spiritual Living, we are an all-inclusive center of love. We recognize and celebrate each person as uniquely divine. We view each person as an individualized expression of the one spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the science of mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, diversity, and inclusivity for all. Thank you for choosing to be here today. Welcome home. Thank you to everyone who's joining us online as well. And make sure you say hello in the chat box because we love to hear from you. We love to connect with you. And we hope we get to see you in person sometime soon. And now, if anyone is joining us for the very first time today, a very special welcome to you. We're so glad you're here. If you do not already have a welcome packet, You can pick one up at our welcome table to the right as you exit the sanctuary doors. There's information about our center as well as our Books and More gift shop, which will be open after service today during the office hours throughout the week as well. There are lots of ways you can connect with us, and they can be found in your program, and you can keep it handy throughout the week. If you have any questions, you may go ahead and give the office a call. And now it's time for announcements. Current events happening at our center can always be found at the concierge table, online through our social media platforms, and the community calendar, which is found on our website. These are all updated regularly, so please check back often, as we're always adding new and interesting opportunities to gather here at our center. Today, the first slide, is our Father's Day bake sale. Yay! Join us after service and bid on some tasty treats. This fun fundraiser is a wonderful way to celebrate Father's Day today. And for all of those of you who want a deal today, we have a bargain table with items priced from $5 to $10. First come, first served. Next slide is the women's group. Meets tomorrow, June 16th at 10:30 in the Fellowship Hall. All women are welcome. Next one is Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk on Tuesday, June 17th at 9 a.m. Check in, share what's going on, and enjoy some coffee. Next one is Drum Circle on Wednesday, June 18th. Arrive between 6:45 and 7 p.m. Bring a drum if you have one. $10 suggested love offering. We will be closed on Thursday, June 19th in honor of Juneteenth federal holiday, celebrating the freedom of the African American slaves. And the next slide is movie night, Friday, June 20th at 5 p.m. The movie it will be showing is called The Source by Joe Dispenza. Popcorn is available and love offerings are welcome. And the next slide is the garden party this Saturday, June 21st at 8 a.m. We do all kinds of work around here. Whatever needs to be done, we do it. We try to fill up the dumpster with all our green stuff and usually do a good job. We have been a little light on people lately, so if anybody feels like joining us, you're more than welcome because it's got to be done sooner or later. And we actually enjoy ourselves. We talk and we just get out there in the fresh, beautiful morning air because let's face it, the desert is the coolest right early in the morning. Next slide is be part of the LGBTQ plus conscious conversations. Oh, sorry, I forgot one. Let me go back. The 22nd, Sunday, June 22nd at 11:30 a.m. is our next board meeting. All are welcome. These are open board meetings. And it's interesting to come along and see what goes on here because if you don't know, board meeting will tell you everything you need to know. The next slide is be part of the LGBTQ plus conscious conversations, Sunday, June 22nd at 12 noon. And the next one is Marina Shoup and Thomas Downing are doing Journey of the Soul. It's a series offering the principles of science of mind with an emphasis on daily meditation, emotional healing, practical applications, self-love, soul presence, and life direction. Class starts June 23rd at 6 p.m., includes 6 classes for an investment of $125. And the next slide is a reminder our practitioner team is here to serve you every Sunday. You can find a prayer request box in the garden room or see the practitioner of the day right after service near the piano for a quick spiritual mind treatment, which in the science of mind philosophy is what we call our affirmative prayer. Our practitioners are here to know the truth for you and work with you as you change your thinking to change your life. Thank you, practitioners, for your service. We appreciate you. Now, I welcome all of you who'd like to join us for hugs and handshakes. This is a time to greet each other with a hug, a handshake, or you may remain in your seat if that is your choice. Take it away, Chris.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. opening up in sweet surrender, the luminous love light of the one. I am opening, 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 I am opening.
Thank you. Oh.
Thank you. Please join me with our affirmation for today. I'll read it once and then you can join me for 2 more times. Oh. Do we have affirmation up on the screen?
Not yet. There it is.
There we go. I celebrate my uniqueness. I celebrate my uniqueness. Once more, I celebrate my uniqueness. And you are all very unique. Now it's time for us to read Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises together. They are in your program and also up on the screen. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. And now for our contemplation time. I invite you to relax, breathe, and enjoy the moment.
Making a slight technical adjustment.
Just test it. Yeah.
Alison will join me in lighting the flames of faith. We perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call Spirit. The unity candle represents and unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring devotion to prayer and the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcomed here. And as Alison lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And so it is. And let us continue in that spirit. That beautiful spiritual lighted place that we are all one. We are connected as a tree's roots are connected with the other tree's roots in a forest. We are one. As those that may be injured are healed, we are healed and celebrate that healing with them. We celebrate the beauty of a new birth. We celebrate the beauty of the youth growing. And we celebrate the transformations that we make throughout our life, from one stage to a next. I give thanks for these beautiful, wonderful experiences. And I give thanks for the wonderful growth of this center and for Reverend Valerie being here, for we are truly blessed having her. And we bless our music, our office, our sound room, our kitchen, and all of the wonderful volunteers that we have at this center. We are so blessed with this. We truly are. And knowing that this is so, I release this knowing that everything is in perfect and divine order, and we will have the best day ever at our auction. And so it is. Reverend Valerie?
Yep.
All right. Yay! I am knowing best day ever. Today my talk title is It's Never Too Late and Never Too Soon. Never too late and never too soon. It's never too late to heal the past. It's never too soon to embrace a new life. You know, our tagline for Centers for Spiritual Living is change your thinking, change your life, which means that we get to change ourselves. Yeah, we love change. Woo! Yes. So much. I've been reading the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And we develop habits in our life that maybe do not serve us. And I know I have quite a few habits that do not serve me. And so then I go to the next book, The Atomic Habits, where you just start doing little micro habits and changing things. It's like, okay, slow and steady wins the race, right? The human race. And we're not racing with anyone. We're just getting a chance to embody ourselves and embody all that we believe and all that we do and all that we want, and making sure that we are staying in that space of life is good and all is well with me. Because once we jump into that other train of thought that says, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, I don't know how, then it gets very challenging. Okay, I'm pushing the button. It's maybe, okay, it's just going to be slower. We'll just give it a second, okay? Never too late, never too soon. So Ernest Holmes, in the Science Mind textbook, says principle is not bound by precedence, meaning spirit is always present, always available, and always now. It's never too late to heal, grow, create, and begin. And it's never too soon to start aligning with your vision. Yesterday we had some great conversations in blueprinting your life, because everything that was made was usually a blueprint before, like this right here, this beautiful, amazing podium was a blueprint before somebody actually made it. And so if we want to blueprint our life, we have to get clear about what it is that I'm wanting. What do you want? And why? Because sometimes maybe we want something and it's ego-centric. It's like, oh, I just want to look good for my friends. But it's like, and that might be happy and good and great for a moment, and yet that doesn't fulfill us at the deepest level. So making sure that we're coming from that spiritual side, what inside me wants to be created? What can I do to have a full, rich life? And listening to Spirit, it's like, oh, touch lives in a positive way, because it usually comes down, on the spiritual part, it comes down to being of service, being connected with other people, loving yourself, feeling good about yourself. So I want to tell a story about a young man who at the age of 12, his father passed away, and so he left home. This is back in the 1800s, and I guess you could just do that. Left home and started getting all these odd jobs, had odd job after odd job after odd job, just keep growing, and no job really seemed to stick very well with him. So he worked on the railroad, he worked janitorial, he worked in a restaurant, and he found that he had this wonderful recipe from his mom, and he kept perfecting it. And he would make the best chicken ever. And so he's making the chicken at this little diner that he's working at, and all of a sudden a new freeway went in, which rerouted everyone out of the town, and the little diner had to close. So he's like, he had gone on for years and years and years, and now he's at the age of 65, getting a little $105 a month from Social Security, and he's like, I haven't lived my life. I haven't lived my purpose. So he had perfected this recipe, and he thought, well, I'll just go sell it to other restaurants. It's like, hey, he would go in and say, hey, could I fry you a piece of chicken and use my batter, and you'll love it, and then you'll want to buy it. And some would say no, some wouldn't even let him come in. Some would just, no, not for us, not for us. So most of us, after 10, 20, 30, would probably give up. He lived in his car for a while, traveling from city to city, going from place to place. And finally, at 1010, he went in somewhere. Now, would you go that often? he believed in what he had. He believed in his beautiful herbs and spices, his wonderful chicken recipe, and finally, somebody said, yes, I'll take it. And then once you hit that one, then all of a sudden, all these other restaurants wanted to be part of it because they heard of this great chicken recipe. And if you know where I'm going, Harlem, his name was Harlem Sanders, Colonel Sanders. And so he did not perfect and sell his recipe until he was 65, and he did not want to be living from paycheck to, or from government check to government check, month to month. So he's like, what else can I do? And he believed in it so much. I tell you, to keep going and keep going and keep going is something that when people keep closing the door and you just keep going, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how many no's you get. It's the yes that counts. He's like, I'm just going to keep going until I get to that yes. And maybe we've had some of those things in our life where we kept getting no and the doors slammed and things not working out. I tell you, staying to course, and maybe we've done spiritual mind treatment, maybe we've been affirming for something where good things are flowing and life is good and there's health, harmony, and goodness, and then we give up right before it happens. Just keep going and keep that vision of what it is that I'm wanting, what would I love, and making sure that we're tuning into that inner knower. It's like, what is the why behind it? Looking at what our life purpose is, and usually it's something big and something that we can do with many different avenues, like touching lives in a positive way, being a good example for our family and friends. I know many of us maybe had different relationships with our fathers. My father and I were kind of on an up and down spiral on things because I would always see the positive and stuff, and sometimes he didn't want to see the positive. He's like, you got to know what's going on in the world out there. I was like, but I want to know more what's going on in here. So what's going on in here? Because we influence things from the inside out. And so the more we can be at peace, love, and harmony, regardless of what's happening in the world, the more we're making an impact, because we're all connected. And if we add that beautiful spice of peace and love and joy and goodness, then we get to move forward. In the Science of Mind textbook, so Ernest Holmes, taking all of these great teachings from Troward to Emma Curtis Hopkins to Thoreau, to Socrates, to Jesus, bringing this wonderful philosophy together has impacted my life in so many ways. And one of the things he says, this thing called You, if you do not have that little booklet, it is one of the best easy-to-read books. We do have several copies in the bookstore. This thing called You, because you can turn to any page, and it's all about you. So what could be better? A book about you, right? So he says, if you would catch the vision of joy, which would be yours, you must dry your tears. You must lay aside your fears. You must think from the inspirational center within you, which is nothing less than the divine in you singing its song of life. There's something inside of you that's singing its song of life. And sometimes it's like we have to get through the layers. So many layers that we have where we put on the block ourselves up, layers of I'm not worthy, layers of this person said that, and then we have all of this stuff on us. And maybe something didn't work out in the past, so then we put that on, well, things don't work out anyway. So we want to make sure that we're taking time to really listen to that song, dance to the music of your own beat, even if it's not like anyone else's. How else can we live our lives to just come out and play out loud, play fast, have fun, knowing that principle is not bound by precedence. So anything in the past, it doesn't really matter. Life starts right here, right now. And when we step into that space of fear, my acronym is forgetting every available resource. When we step into fear, we have stepped away from spirit. So when we step back into spirit and know that there's only right here, right now, no past, no future, but right here. And if I want my life to be great right here, could I do some laughter therapy? Could I see the goodness in everyone around me? Because if you spot it, you got it. And the more you look at it out there in the world and see the good, the more you get to embody it. So let's embody that goodness, that grandness. Ernest Holmes goes on to say, ah ha ha ha, I went too far. All right, it's working really well, evidently. Your personal reality is created, no. Okay, I did do that one already. No, Dr. Joe Dispenza, who I absolutely love, and this Friday we're going to do the movie Source by Dr. Joe Dispenza, which is a documentary. And it really talks about all the things that we're discovering now. So one thing that I really loved about Ernest Holmes, he said, we're open at the top. And being open at the top, we want to keep learning new things. And they are learning so much stuff by hooking up to people's bodies and minds to see what meditation does and how it changes our physiology. So Joe Dispenza says this, your personal reality is created by your personality. Change your personality, your thoughts, behaviors, and emotions, and you change your personal reality. Yeah, that's simple, right? Let me just change my personality. But for me, it's really getting clear about what is it that I want to experience in life, and let me put that on my body. Let me put it in every cell in my body. Let me visualize it, verbalize it, feelingly believe that I'm already that. Somebody who travels a lot, somebody who has beautiful and amazing friends, somebody who is a magnet for goodness, somebody who can walk down the street and say, things are always working out for me. And I am, and I do, and we continue to grow in that way. I am a person that makes good and wise choices. And so if I'm making wise choices, what in my life might need to change? You know, a while back, I said, start just like one habit, like making your bed in the morning, because that wasn't something I would normally do. You just kind of roll out, and it's like, well, I'm going to get in there again later, so it doesn't even matter. But it does matter. It does matter, because if you go through the day and you come home and maybe it hasn't been the best day ever, and your bed's a mess, then you're just crawling into that mess. So I started intentionally making sure that every single day I make my bed. And this morning I was a little bit, maybe it was the full moon on Friday or Friday the 13th or whatever it was. Didn't sleep as well as I like to. I had really weird dreams last night. And so, you know, sometimes you don't sleep as well. And it's like, I don't want to make my bed today, but I couldn't walk away from it. It's like I have created this habit that I have to make my bed. I can't walk away and not make my bed, which I will be so grateful for later. So finding ways to set ourselves up for success. I know my second-born child, Christopher, who lives in San Antonio, he every Sunday afternoon, he is making his meal plan for the week. And so he makes everything that he's going to eat for the week on Sundays, and that way he's very clear and doesn't have to run to the store and grab all this different stuff and doesn't have to think about it. It's like, I already have my meal plan, it's really set good for my health, and does that every week. So finding ways to set yourself up for success and remembering that we deserve the best life ever. So if I deserve the best life ever, what changes I want to make? Starting right here, right now. And if there was a goal and a dream that you had and you put it down, pull it back out. What's my goal? What's my dream? And maybe we fall, maybe we stumble, maybe we get tired for a while and we take a little break and it's like, okay, today's a new day. Today's a new day to pull out those goals and to say, yes, I can, I must, I will. And then have those good thoughts and be around people with great thoughts. Part of the reason we come on Sundays is to remind ourselves of the divinity of who we are, because we're surrounded by wonderful, loving people that see the good in us. And then we remind ourselves, then we go to the mirror and see the good in ourselves. So making sure that we're taking time to do that every day. What is the good that is unfolding for you? And then at night when we lay in our bed that is made, and we're feeling so good, then we go to that gratitude space. It's like, I'm so grateful for wonderful, loving people. I'm so grateful for so many people and for so many good things that are happening in the world. And if we get into a mindset of getting fearful about something that happened, it's like, change your thinking, change your life. Let me change that thought. Sometimes easier said than done. I know yesterday I talked about if you start on a train that's going one way and you're having a challenge trying to get to a good thought, tap your heart, tap your mind, or CPAT and do some tapping. Little EFT, emotional freedom technique. It's like, let me tap and let me change whatever I'm thinking. If it's not serving me, let me go to a better space. And for me, it's, tapping my heart and reminding myself to come from love. Come from love with myself, come from love with my life, come from love for everyone. And the minute we get on one of those, you ever get on one of those train thoughts where you're maybe angry at somebody and it just keeps spiraling and you keep thinking about it? It's like that's when I go to the pen and paper and do some writing and ripping, let it go, set it down, because that is not a good thought. I know I've shared before about the first class I took on forgiveness, and we had to write a letter that somebody we were really angry at, what they did, how it made us feel, and if we were going to forgive them or maybe forgive them someday in the future. Got really in touch with that. And then the teacher said, what is the first principle? There's only one. So everywhere you reference the other person, cross their name out and reference yourself. It's like, oh, yeah, there's only one, because it all comes back to us. And if I have overextended in a way and I haven't kept myself in balance, I can't be mad at anyone else. I can only be mad at myself. If I've said yes when I really wanted to say no, that's on me. And so we can always clean that up. We can always have conversations. Say, I know we were going to go to lunch tomorrow, but something suddenly came up. Something suddenly came up. I needed a little me time maybe. And it doesn't even matter what it is. It's like, let me honor myself. Because for me, I would rather somebody call up and cancel plans than to go and not feel happy about it. So let's get happy about all the things that we do and create a beautiful life. Take time to make our bed, to set ourselves up for success in whatever way that looks for you, so that you're finding ways to honor yourself. I also had said yesterday in my class, I said, I didn't go swimming this morning, so I'm going to swim later. And I thought, well, maybe. In my head, I'm thinking, well, maybe. Well, I couldn't put that down. Because if we make a promise to ourselves and we don't do it, then we lose integrity. And so I went swimming last night at 5:30, and there was hardly anybody there. And I'm like, best time ever, right? Had the whole pool basically to myself. So making sure that we're having that integrity with ourselves. If I say I'm going to get up and exercise, then I got to get up and exercise. If I say I'm going to make my bed, I got to do that. For me, not for anyone else, because we want to keep that integrity with ourselves. And it's okay to change our mind and to reevaluate the direction that we're going. However, keeping those promises to ourselves, so incredibly important. Ernest Holmes says this, with the concept of eternity, there is no hurry and there is no delay. Sometimes we feel like we have to hurry up and get there before anyone else, or hurry up and do it, where it's like, okay, if I just go at a beautiful pace, slow and steady, gets me there. So being slow and steady and being intentional about everything that I do. Being at that love space and reminding myself that the relationship with myself is more important than any other relationship except for my relationship with Spirit, which means taking time every day to tune into that inner knower, that spiritual part of us that is guiding and directing, and let it bubble up. And we know that it's the spiritual part when we know that it feels in total alignment and it's not ego-driven. Dr. Joe Dispenza says this, the moment you decide to change, you signal a new gene in a new way. You are no longer living in the past. You are creating a new future. They have done so many studies about how when certain thoughts keep happening, it's like brain cells that fire together, wire together. We keep doing the same thing, different day, same thing, different day, same results. That's the Einstein's insanity. His idea of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results, where if we start changing our thoughts about ourselves and about life and about the people around us, then we create new pathways, new neural pathways. And the movie Source is the Source documentary is such a beautiful movie. I've watched it a couple times, and there's so much in there just talking about how we are changing all the things in our mind where we can heal things in our body, going to that meditative space and lifting up to the next level and knowing that things are possible. Because the minute we get, as Emerson would say, our bloated nothingness out of the way, then we can be on that wonderful spiritual stream that is just going the right direction, where there's love, there's peace, there's harmony, there's goodness, and making sure that we're taking time to embody that, embrace that. Sorry, I know I have a couple more notes, and it's another quote, but I didn't put it up here. Ernest Holmes says, with the concept of eternity, oh, no, I do have that one up here. Every moment we are at a choice point. Every moment. Every moment we can choose to decide life is good, I am worthy, or we can choose to decide the opposite. Nothing's working out for me, or I'm always in a hurry, or I don't have enough time. So making sure that we're being very mindful of the words that we're saying inside our mind, that there's always enough time, that life is good, that the universe is conspiring for my highest good always, and things are always working out. And the minute we do that, there's an energy action that happens. And then it's like we delete it by putting other stuff inside our mind. So if we just add more thoughts, you know, that beautiful exercise that we do where you've got the mucky water representing maybe our thoughts, and then you pour in the clear water and it stirs everything up. I did this in class and was like, oh, I'm going to need a lot more water to clear up that mucky mud, because the minute we start putting in positive affirmations, everything stirs up. It's kind of like cleaning your closet. The minute you decide to clean your closet, it's going to get messier before it gets better, because we got to take everything out and then we got all this stuff all over. So making sure that we are continuing to add in those positive affirmations. It's like adding that dilution in there. And the more we dilute the negative thoughts and put in those good, crystal clear thoughts, the more we get to move in that direction. Because we move in the direction of our most dominant thought. So what is your dominant thought about your life? About your world? Take a look at that, because whatever thoughts just keep going, I'm doing the crazy, whatever thoughts just keep on going on through your mind, that is what you're creating. We move in the direction of our most dominant thoughts. So making sure our dominant thoughts of ourself and our life and our world are ones that we want to create. And so with all of that, let's go inside our heart of hearts for just a moment. Breathing in from that space of love, maybe closing our eyes to any distractions. As we just breathe in, knowing that life is good and life is very good. That there is one infinite intelligence that is guiding and directing. It is that thing that breathes us, that flows through every cell in our bodies. And in this oneness, in this connection of Source, that universal spirit, I speak my word and claim for each and every person here that today is a new day. We embody, embrace that which we choose, making beautiful decisions for ourselves, keeping the integrity of our own promises to ourselves, allowing that inner knower that just knows that it knows that it knows that it knows the right and perfect steps each and every day, each and every moment. That we just take time every day to celebrate that inner knower, to listen to that inner guidance, and to step forward accordingly. Lifting up our hearts, lifting up our minds to the highest thought. And in great gratitude for each and every person here, knowing that there is health, harmony, prosperity, goodness, love in all that we do. I just release my word into the universal action of the law, knowing all is well. And so it is. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Let's bring the choir on up. We'll do some music. Let our hearts sing. Let all the goodness flow. Thank you, choir. I appreciate your time. Appreciate because the choir comes in on Tuesdays and practices every week. And so appreciate your time, your givingness, and the beautiful music that you surround us in. All right.
on a Sunday afternoon. Couldn't get away too soon. Can't imagine anything that's better. The world is ours whenever we're together. Ain't a place I'd like to be instead of moving down a crowded avenue. Doing anything we like to do. There's always lots of things that we can see. Can be anyone we like to be. And all those happy people we could meet just grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Really couldn't get away too soon. No, 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 no. Keep on spending sunny days this way. Gonna talk and laugh our time away. I feel it coming closer day by day. Life would be ecstasy, you and me endlessly grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Couldn't get away too soon. No, 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 no. Keep on spending sunny days this way. Gonna talk and laugh our time away. Feel it coming closer day by day. Life would be ecstasy, you and me endlessly grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Really couldn't get away too soon. No, 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 no.
That was fun. How many are going to be grooving this afternoon, right? Yes, we already are. All right, the ushers are going to come forward. There are many ways to give as we get to support this center for being a beautiful place for us to come and share our divinity, share our knowledge, and celebrate life. So let's say our giving affirmation together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of the spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
Life is good and so it is.
knowing that life is good and that we are divinely blessed, knowing that these wonderful givingness of the heart continues to support this center with ease, with grace, with love, with joy, with beautiful new embracing of the I am that we are beautifully and brilliantly, knowing that as we give, we always receive abundantly, overflowing. And so it is. All right, thank you so much. All right. Normally the kids would be coming in about now, but no kids today. Some people, okay, we have one. Okay. And they might still be back there doing things, so it is all good. All right. So that's what we'll know, is that they're back there, going to join us in just a moment. So with that, a reminder that we have the bake sale auction, the Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Knowing that everybody, whether you're male or female, that maybe you've acted in the fathers. Being as a father, I know I played mother and father for many years. I still do too. I think of the father part as the discipline part and the mother part as the nurturing part, because that's how I roll. Anyway, we'll have that beautiful Father's Day auction as soon as everybody gets their paddles. But for now, we're going to stand up, make a circle. Reminder that the practitioner on duty will do prayer circle up at the piano. If you have a prayer request, there's also the box outside in the garden room. So let's make a big circle and we will sing together.
I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. I can't help it,
God makes me want to sing.